Area Restricted Ironman. With the recent surge in popularity around these accounts, I think it's finally time I give it a go for myself. I've been intrigued by this style of account for over a year now, and the main reason I haven't made one yet is simply due to not having a good idea. This all changed with the release of the Kebos expansion in Zaya. After doing some research and brainstorming, I think that a Kebos and Shayzien Ironman build is feasible. The account would follow the Shayzien Lizardman story arc on the western side of Zaya, and I think the account would be successful given a few exceptions. But first, let's go over the rules. They're actually pretty simple. The main rule, obviously, is that I cannot leave the Kebos Shayzien regions. This is a basic restriction that I plan on enforcing for the foreseeable future, but I am also open to the possibility of allowing myself to unlock more areas on Zaya upon the completion of certain major goals. This idea isn't set in stone yet, but I see potential here. Some goals that I could set for myself could perhaps be killing a certain number of Lizardman Shamans, receiving a rage drop, achieving a certain base total level and all unlocked stats, or getting a level 99 in any skill. The order that I achieve these goals and which areas I unlock first will be determined later. Again, I'm still honestly not sure if I'll even do this, and if I do, I'll probably shape the rules based on feedback from you guys. Now, on to the exceptions. Completion of Druidic Ritual to unlock herb lore, buying a house for construction, and bringing certain tools needed to train specific skills are exceptions that I think would be necessary for unlocking more interesting content. The numerous fishing and hunter locations around my region would only be relevant if I brought the proper tools, and I feel like it would be too big of a sacrifice to give them up. On top of this, I would also need to bring a glass blowing pipe to make my own vials for herb lore, and a pestle and mortar to grind unicorn horns for the anti-poison potions needed to kill lizardmen. Another issue is that there sadly isn't a charter shop at Land's End. This would force me to briefly traverse the few steps to the Port Serum docks to obtain the sand and soda ash needed to make the vials. I currently don't see a way around this, so I might have to just deal with it, but hopefully if I'm lucky I might be able to find an alternative. The final dilemma I see with this account are the farming and woodcutting guilds. Both require Hasidious favor to enter, and the farming guild requires 45 farming as well. These present a bunch of content that would make the account a lot more interesting, so I plan on giving myself the exception of gaining the Hasidious favor via plowing fields. However, I'm locking it behind the goal of obtaining a Jagex talisman first. As for the 45 farming, I don't think there's a possible way of trading it inside my region, so my current proposed exception to this would be to have access to the Hasidious allotment given that the seeds are obtained in the permitted area first. I'll train it this way to level 27, and then train the rest of the way farming golpar within raids. So those are my proposed rules and exceptions so far. I know they probably won't please everybody, but I feel that this will make for a good start to the account. Seeing as this is the first time I've attempted something like this, I'm just going to see where the account takes me, try to have fun while doing it, and we'll see how far I can get. With that all being said, I'll try to get the first episode out as soon as I can, and I hope you all enjoy.